Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about why it is so important to raise your vibrations, especially if you are somebody who wants to live a way better life and wants to manifest amazing things in your life. And it is so important to raise your vibrations, and there's a certain few things that you can do to achieve that goal, and it's just something you'll have to be conscious about and aware about on a daily basis. Alright, now so that I have found a place to sit, let's talk about how do you actually now raise your vibrations. And I think my number one thing would be, can you please start getting out in nature? You have to get out in nature, get connected to your true self, and you cannot do that when you're all the time in your own head. Now, if you notice on a daily basis, you will probably find yourself just in your head for most of the time, all day, or maybe it's at night, or maybe in the day, or when you wake up in the morning. How many hours a day do you actually spend just being in your head? You're thinking a lot, you're thinking about the past, you're thinking about the future, you're anxious about the future, you're sad about the past. And the thing that you're ignoring is the present. You're never really able to be in the present. And I'm here to tell you, the more you try to be in your present, the more conscious, the more aware you become, and the more better things you manifest in your life. And if you don't believe me, then think about it. Every time you think about, oh my God, today I'm going there, so I really don't want to meet a relative, I don't want to see a family member. Oh God, please, I hope nobody sees me today because I look like a mess, I look like crap today, I don't want anybody to bump into me today. Isn't that the one and only day where actually somebody always does bump into you eventually, right? And you know what you just did there? You actually manifested that for your own self with your own hands without you even realizing that. So many people who believe that, manifestation doesn't ever happen, it actually does, because if you think about it, the more you think about a certain thing, the more it happens. So if you are thinking about what you don't want to happen the most, that's exactly what is going to happen, because you thought so much about it, you felt so deeply about it, that eventually that's exactly what's going to happen. So I need you to start thinking about the good things that you want in life. Start thinking and get creative in your mind about manifesting a beautiful future, and start thinking about all the amazing things that you want in your life. Don't think about the lack of things, because the more you think about the lack, the more you attract the lack, right? The more you start thinking about you have everything, everything is fine, everything is gonna be fine, you're in abundance, you're living in love, you're living with purpose in your true self, then you will attract a lot more of that. So whatever feeling and thoughts are dominating in your mind, that's exactly what you're gonna manifest more of. So I need you to start connecting with your true self, live with purpose, live happy, get connected with nature, get connected with your true self, and get into those happy, present moments and start feeling your life getting beautiful one day at a time. And this is one thing I need you to always remember. Take one day at a time, one thing at a time, one thing a day, and it's going to make such a huge difference when you are consistent with that and persistent with that. So for the ones wondering, can you truly manifest things in your life? And my answer would be clearly a yes. I have myself manifested so many things, and mind you, I'm not going to come here and tell you I have manifested amazing things. No. I have also actually manifested some crazy things that I never wanted in the first place. And you know how? Because I was thinking about those things the most. I remember there was a time where for 2 good years I was in a very down time. I was thinking negative for the most part. I was always in my head. I would spend so many hours a day thinking about bad things, negative things that I don't want to happen in life. Like I don't want, my parents to ever be ill, or I don't want anybody to pass away that I know, or I don't want loneliness, or I don't want bad friends, or I don't want, bad situations, or I don't want bad financial situations. And guess what? Because I was thinking about these things the most, these thoughts and these feelings were dominating in my body, in my system, and so I manifested exactly that. So for a long time I was in a very bad position, and it went on, and it was like this dark cycle that I was just going in with my own hands, by my own self, right? Not knowing exactly that, that I can actually change that. And that's when I started to become a bit more aware, a bit more conscious of things, and I started to think about a little better things. And when I started to think about the better things that I actually do want, then those are the things that started to automatically just come in my life. I started to navigate towards better things started to come towards me itself also. So I'm here to tell you that it truly does exist, and you can manifest. Actually, you already are manifesting quite a lot. If you have a really crappy life going on, or if you have a situation where, let's say, you don't have a beautiful relationship that you want, then the reason could be because you always have negative and bad feelings towards the opposite gender. And if not that, oh, that's beautiful bird. And if not that, you're definitely thinking negative about relationships in the first place. Maybe your parents never had a good relationship to begin with, or maybe you never saw beautiful relationships as you grew up as a child, so you always thought, weddings or marriage or relationships are just crap, they're just headache, they're just negative, they're just a lot of stress, it's just a bunch of BS that we are fed in our minds and stuff. So if your thoughts are those thoughts and those are dominating in your system, then that's exactly what's going to happen in your life, and that's exactly why you're probably single right now, and that's also probably why you don't marry or you don't get into certain things, because you're so scared. And there are so many negative feelings that you have attached to that one thing that you do want, but because you always keep thinking about the bad things attached to it, that's exactly what then you keep manifesting. And it always keeps you in that state of never really getting there. You always keep resisting the urge to be there in the first place, because maybe you're scared, or maybe because you're just so stressed about it, or maybe you just have a very negative concept about it or assumptions about it, or whatever it is. But if you look around yourself right now, many of the situations, the bad situations you do have right now, you did somehow, one way or the other, manifest them in your life. So do you want to maybe live in a better future 1 year from now, 2 years from now? Then what you need to do is start taking action now, and start changing your thoughts now. Start imagining better things, and better things will happen. Start thinking positive about relationships, and great people will come in your life. Start thinking that people are great, so you will attract better friends in life. Also start taking little steps to raise your vibrations every day, to do healthy little things every day. Make this a habit to eat healthy or drink healthy stuff. Have smoothies and salads every day. I can tell you one thing. The more I have shifted towards salads and smoothies on a daily basis, the better it has made my life overall. Not only am I healthier way than ever before, but I'm also living a more abundant and peaceful and a satisfied life. And that is because I started to change my thoughts one day at a time, one by one thing at a time, and remember to take one day at a time, and you can make so many changes. And then 1 year from now, or maybe even 2 years from now, you're going to be living in different situations. And they are going to be a lot more pleasant, a lot more beautiful. And you know why? Because you started taking small little actions today to make that happen in your future. So good luck, everybody. I really need you to start raising your vibrations, live in abundance, think positive about things, and do the things that do make you happy on a daily basis, and you will get there. Remember to take one day at a time. Thank you for watching.